Okay, y'all. Day one. Yesterday, first day of Young Dolph's trial. And I'm going to tell y'all what I got out of this. First thing off the top is prosecutors seem like they trying to cover up some stuff for CMG. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, y'all? It's either that or something bigger is a brewing. Like this Rico that everybody is talking about is a brewing. But for right now, as this is starting off from day one, they're getting off the subject of CMG and Yo Gotti name being ever mixed up in this mess in the first place. So we're about to talk about it right now. I'm going to let y'all know what I feel about it. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let's get it, y'all. Okay? Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. First, I want to say happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. Please stay aware of your surroundings, and please, y'all, watch the company that you keep because it just may save your life or keep you out of trouble. Okay, y'all? So, let's get to it. Let's get to it. First day of court, y'all. First day. And it's looking more and more like the prosecutors they're ready to drop the ball on the whole situation, to be honest. Cornelius Smith, they try to act like he's just, the yin yang of this trial. I know he's talking a lot, but he's also lying a lot too, y'all. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to stand on this, okay? That I do not believe that Dolph just fell in their hands. The way that straight drop was on that camera footage, dropping off his daughter, going from his, that building and stuff to going to meet up with the people and this and that the night before, them getting the cars ready, this and that and this. They knew where this was going to take place at. Now, of course, there's some new information coming out we didn't know about. They saying that at the gas station, they was going to get him at the gas station. But when they got there, he was gone. Who stays at a gas station long, y'all? Who stays at a gas station long? They pump their gas and they leave. They don't just be standing around. Okay? I think a lot of stuff that Cornelius Smith is saying, I think he's lying about a lot of stuff. To be honest with y'all. Okay? Yo Gotti, them, in my personal opinion, surrounded Dolph with everybody that he needed to surround around Dolph so they could get at Dolph. They had tried over and over again. And the best place for them to get him at was his own hometown, where he would let his guards down, which I don't know why, because I'm going to tell y'all this. Dolph definitely dropped the ball, too. He really did. And it makes me mad watching this stuff all over again, because if your enemies is moving around like they're the president, you should be moving around like you're the president, too, when you got that type of money as well. You know what I'm saying, y'all? When you got little ones to go home to and you got responsibilities, Dolph should have been more careful moving around. They had so many attempts on his life, and he still was moving around like la-di-da-di-da-di. Wasn't nothing going on. You in a cookie shop, an enclosed store, in the same city and state where your enemies are. You got your brother with you, but you got the weapon in the car. What good is it if it's in the car, y'all? I'm just asking. What good was his weapon that he had to run get it out the car to chase the car off after the damage was done? Dolph wasn't thinking right. And Dolph messed up too, y'all. We can't just blame them. We got to blame Dolph too. This makes me so mad, y'all. It really does. Okay? But one thing's for surely sure is they're trying to steer the narrative away from CMG. Okay? Every time Govan's lawyer try to say something about CMG, they nip it real quick. This is what the prosecutors is doing right now. They're nipping anything that's attached to Yo Gotti. And this is all about Yo Gotti. Because he's the boss man. Big Jug wasn't the boss man. Yo Gotti is the boss man. It's his money, y'all. Okay? And one thing is clear. Life is kicking Govan's a seeker right now, y'all. Okay? It's kicking him all upside his head. Look at this picture over here and look at the picture on the left. It looked like they just sucked the life out of them. This is what happens when you take somebody else's life. And this is what happens when you get paid to take somebody else's life by some snakes. And them same snakes now want you out the way. Just like they got their own brother out the way. Allegedly. Okay, y'all? He knows he's on the chopping block. And I'm going to tell y'all this. It has to be more. It has to be something coming. Because I don't see why in the world would Dolph family agree to let Govan out, that they were going to get more arrests if there wasn't going to be no arrests. I don't see why that the prosecutors will agree to let Govan out if there's not more to come. And now the prosecutors seem as if that they are steering every question. Every time somebody bring up CMG, they get off the subject real fast. They're going on break when they bring up CMG. And then they come back and they're not even picking back up where they left off at. Something ain't right with this picture. I don't know what y'all are getting, but something ain't right. And it's still their line, y'all. They are lying. Ain't no way in the world that Dolph just fell in their lap like that. Ain't no way. There were so many rumors swirling around why Dolph was even there in the first place at that cookie shop. Okay, y'all, we have to talk about this. Because this is major. And this is why certain people wasn't there that day. All of a sudden they got new workers there and all the other workers that normally be there was somewhere else. This was lined up perfectly. And I don't care what nobody say. They knew Dolph was coming to that cookie shop. They knew. Did y'all see when Straight Drop was getting on the elevator and all that, looking at the time? I got 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes to get there. Somebody told Dolph to come to that cookie shop. And word is, Dolph was coming to that cookie shop allegedly to put down a deposit for that parking lot, y'all. To give them some money for that parking lot for the turkey drive. Y'all, it's a lot of unanswered questions, and they are trying to steer narratives. I don't care what nobody say. This right here is crazy, all right? And it got Yo Gotti stain written all over it. Not Big Jook, okay? Not Big Jook. Big Jook was the middleman. Govan was the middleman, y'all. But if you want to reach the boss man, you want to know who really the boss man was? The boss man was CMG. The owner, the person who is standing right next to Big Jook, right here. This is the boss man. And when nothing gonna shake and move unless he agreed on it. And it is what it is. They can put everything they want on Big Jook, but even Big Jook knew he was in trouble at the end. And he even knew he was used at the end because of all the subliminals that he was throwing out. They not going to keep going this route with me. We already know who the boss man was. Now, it's either Memphis Police Department is going to do their job and get to the end, to who was really behind this, or either the feds is about to step in and they about to do this Rico. But either way it goes, other people going to have to do their job, y'all. They are going to have to do their job in order to get, down to the nitty gritty on who was really behind what happened to Dolph. And it ain't going to be no ifs, ands, buts about it. Y'all see how the streets is moving. Y'all see that over Dolph. They're not going to get away with this, even if they call themselves and got their little story together to keep this away from Yo Gotti. It's still not going to stay away from Yo Gotti. These plans that were being put together by Govan and Straight Drop and all of these, this was taking place at Yo Gotti's mother's restaurant that he bought, y'all. Big Jook didn't buy that restaurant. He didn't buy Pride, Privy, whatever the heck you want to call it. He didn't buy it. Yo Gotti bought it for his mama. It's everything that was done, was taking place, had everything to do with Yo Gotti. And not a lot to do with Big Jook, y'all. He was the middleman. Yo Gotti couldn't do it himself. He couldn't get the soldiers together himself. He let him do it. And now they want to act like, oh, he was the mastermind behind everything. Oh, no. Big Jook didn't have the money. Big Jook didn't have all of the soldiers. He did. He did, y'all. And ain't no way they're going to put this off on everybody. Everybody around Yo Gotti. You see who's in the front, y'all? Yo Gotti's in the front. Big Jook. I don't even know if that's Big Jook or not. It's a lot of big guys in his little crew. But Big Jook is in the back. He's the front line and center. Okay? This is his team. This is his CMG label. This is his everything. Okay, y'all? And this guy right here on the side of him and this other guy on the side of him, they both went at Dolph in other cities and states. And now they want us to believe that Big Jook is the reason why these two guys went after Dolph. Not Yo Gotti. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. We not going there. No charges filed against Memphis Man and Young Dolph's hitting. Ain't this the same guy standing right next to him right here in the red jacket, y'all? When they came after Dolph again, that's the Corey McClendon. That's his guy, charged with attempting demise and hitting of Young Dolph. Okay? Los Angeles police have arrested Corey, a friend of chart-topping rapper Yo Gotti. It don't have Big Jook name there. It has Yo Gotti name there, okay? That's Corey. That's Corey right there. That's Yo Gotti's people that were coming after Dolph. Not Big Jook's. Big Jook's just a part of their inner circle, but he's the boss man, y'all. He's the boss man. And y'all can't put this off on nobody else but the boss man, y'all, okay? Look how many times they came after this man. Look how many hits they tried to take at this man. You mean to tell me that Memphis prosecutors want to let him get off? Now, y'all remember that when Straight Drop was doing his court trial, they kept bringing up the Bass Pro Shop stuff and all of that. I want to see if they're going to bring this back up again because that's very important. Where he get those clothes from? Why was that a whole issue of, advertising, franchise? Okay, like Makita's Cookie say. What y'all gonna do next? Franchise. Just like everybody else was calling themselves doing franchise. Y'all, they cannot continue to say that this is all Big Jook. And that this had nothing to do with Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti name is written out even over the police reports. Yo Gotti's collective music group, a label affiliate, sentenced to 10 to 14 years for 2016 hitting of Dolph. Howard Keon Wright. Okay, y'all? This guy was affiliated with who? An affiliate of Yo Gotti's camp. It ain't saying affiliate of Big Jook's. It's saying Yo Gotti. And just like he was an affiliate of his, so was Straight Drop. So was Straight Drop. So was Black Youngster. Black Youngster's trial for the attempted demise of Dolph case is set to begin in February. This another affiliate of who, y'all? Yo Gotti, not Big Jook. They keep on trying to steer narratives, but y'all ain't going to do it because we're not going to let you do it. This guy right here, that was the getaway driver, he's in Black Youngster's videos. What's up with his testimony? How do you be a getaway driver and you get off? You get out of jail free card. You get put on probation or whatever, on house arrest. How do he get, what did he bring to the table to get out of jail? In Indiana, when they caught them. How did he get off, y'all? If he's an informant or he snitched, who did he snitch on? Because so far, only thing they got is Govan. And now every time somebody bring up CMG in the new court trial, they're getting off the subject. Are we going to forget about the insurance guy that said that I ain't want no ties to this mess? He helped him, but then he turned around and posted up this video so that he wouldn't be, mixed up in the cover-up of Dolph's passing. So this is why he came forward. Is we going to forget about that? Or are we going to pretend like this never happened? I'm just asking, y'all. I'm just asking. The female that was at the restaurant the night before with Dolph with the same clothes on, y'all. The last female that was around him that claimed that she took a picture. She took the last picture. This is what she posted. She took the last picture with Dolph before Dolph passed. Okay? She got the picture up here right now. November the 10th, 2021. I was the last person that took a picture with Dolph. Ask me why. Y'all tell me. Tell me. Why in the world did everybody that was surrounding themselves around Yo Gotti, that was connected to Yo Gotti, was surrounding themselves around Young Dolph the day he passed? This ain't no coincidence that she ended up at the restaurant with him. This ain't no coincidence that she is connected to Yo Gotti and Big Jook. This ain't no coincidence. This is the same female. Even she was a plant. Everything that happened that day was supposed to happen that day, the way that they planned it out. Now Cornelius gonna get his smoking his kneecap self off on the stand and act as if we just so happy ran into Dolph. We had a list of all these pre-members. We tried to get Little Woo. We tried to get at Little Woo. But we didn't get him. We didn't quite get there. And we got frustrated. And we said tomorrow it's on and popping. We getting one of them pre-members no matter what. And then the next day, everybody just fell in place together. The straight drop just came from dropping his daughter off and it is and that and that and this. Everything just fell in line perfectly and they just ran into Dolph. They didn't just run into Dolph, y'all. Cornelius is lying on that stand right now, y'all. Cornelius is telling people what he wants to tell. Why do he remember everything else, but he don't remember anything when it comes to who, what, when, where, and why? Why? How convenient is it that he is been smoking his kneecaps off? He can't remember stuff, but he remember everything he wanted to remember, but he don't remember the stuff that he needs to remember. Every time anybody bring up CMG, his brain goes sour. Every time they bring up anything to do with CMG, his brain goes out of whack. Every single time. He can't remember nothing. They got to go to break, and then they come back and blah, 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 blah. Are y'all serious? I have grown up around people smoking their kneecaps up all my life, y'all, when I was younger. Okay? I have dealt with people smoking their kneecaps off, and ain't nothing wrong with their memory, y'all. Nothing. Nothing is wrong with it, y'all. They can remember more stuff than I can. But we are here they want us to believe that Cornelius only can remember what they want him to remember, and everything else. It's just, he was so wasted, he can't remember the main stuff. Y'all, they playing games right in our faces, y'all. Okay? This guy is remembering what the prosecutors want him to remember. And I'm saying prosecutors, because I'm going to tell y'all this. Don't y'all think for 1 minute that CMG and them don't have ties to Memphis police. Memphis judges, they do. I proved that in one of my videos that they have ties. Okay? How convenient is it that, didn't this guy pull up right after Dolph got hit up? And it looked like he was sitting somewhere watching, and then he came over there and pulled up after the aftermath. He didn't just drive up. It looked like he was sitting on the other side of the street somewhere and pulled right up after everything went down. And Dolph's brother jumped out the car, went and got the weapon out the car and then started hitting back at them. This guy just conveniently pulls up right when it happened. And people don't want us to think that this was a straight all set up. They want us to believe it wasn't. Are you serious? Are you serious? Ever since Dolph has been taken out, Makita's been thriving. Before Dolph taken out, they were suffering. Getting PPP loans, they couldn't even pay back those. Now they got chains, they stores fixed up, they all move, they selling Dolph cookies, and I don't know about, for the love of me, Dolph family. And I still question his family. Because why would you let Makita's them sell his cookies? And they didn't deal with Yo Gotti them or CMG or Big Juke them before. But after Dolph get taken out, all of a sudden they doing collabs with Dolph and them. Not Dolph and them, but Yo Gotti and them. At the smoke shop, they doing little get-togethers with them for 420 and all of this stuff. Makita's got the cookies there, and they got the smoke shop stuff there. When did they come so chimmy with, I'm just saying, y'all, Yo Gotti them? Was this always in the plan? Ask yourself this question. Was this their way out of they're losing their business pretty much? Because a lot of people said they don't even mess with them dry cookies. They said Makita, they barely see anybody ever in Makita's cookies. Okay, y'all? All beforehand. Dolph gets taken out. Oh, this is the spot now. And I want y'all to pay attention to when Dolph got taken out, y'all. When Dolph got taken out, the news channel was doing more talking about Makita's cookies than they was Dolph. Let's not forget this. Let's not forget this, okay, y'all? This doesn't make sense. This is somebody's video. We Beat You. Okay? We Beat You channel. Shout out to them. They put a video up of unseen footage of Straight Drop with Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti, y'all go over there and check the video out. It's a whole video of him showing that Yo Gotti coming in a event with all his whole crew behind him. And you know who was a part of that crew? Straight Drop was a part of that crew, y'all. There go Yo Gotti coming into place right there. And then he's with that same guy that supposed to be locked up for trying to take Dolph out the other time. He should be locked up right now, this guy in his pink. He got away with it, y'all. Trying to take Dolph out that time. And don't ask me how you can hit up somebody's car and all of this other stuff come at them at hotels and this and that and other cities and state. Get caught. Because they had no business being around Dolph. Where Dolph was at. They wasn't performing. They wasn't doing nothing. So why in the world would him and Black Youngster be in the same place where Dolph at? Get caught running from the scene. Okay, y'all? They arrest them and let them go. Let them go. This is why I told y'all a lot. In word on the street is the reason why they let them go is because Dolph didn't want to press charges. Why you don't want to press charges on somebody trying to take you away from your children? Why wouldn't you want to press charges for something like that? Why? Why, y'all? This don't make no sense. Same event. All his crew behind him. Who's a part of his crew? Straight Drop. Straight Drop. He ain't walking behind Big Jook. He's walking behind Yo Gotti. And no matter how y'all want to pretend like this wasn't connected to Yo Gotti, it still comes back to Yo Gotti. No matter what. No matter what. Y'all can try all y'all want to. But here's Straight Drop right here. Y'all please go over there and check that video out. Please go check it out. No matter how they try to act as if this is not connected to Yo Gotti, this got Yo Gotti's name written all over it. I don't care what nobody says. Okay, y'all? I don't care. He was the boss man. And it was just a convenient thing for this woman's son to set up a play, sons with an S, to set up a play and Dolph get taken out at these people right here, Cookie Shop. And they all chummy together. Somebody gave the drop on Dolph coming to that cookie shop, y'all. And I don't care what they say. This guy got on the stand yesterday and he sit up here and said that somebody called us to tell us that Dolph was at the gas station and we were on our way, but when we got there, he was gone. Really? Dolph was being followed all while he was there. And I think the main spot where they wanted to get him at is where they got him at. And they can lie all they want to. They could change the narrative all they want to. But the fact of the matter is, they were following Dolph everywhere he went. That's why Dolph was looking around, because he knew that car that just passed, that truck. He knew that truck. And he looked up to see, was they going to keep going? This guy got on the stand and said that, yeah, we had some eyes on him at the gas station. This is all a lie. Everybody got paid. It's just like Mo 3. The where they needed to get Mo 3 was that expressway. So they can do what they did. Chase him down. Make just a mockery of him. Okay? They wanted to get him in that cookie shop. The cookie shop was hurting, y'all. They were hurting. Doors opened up for them after Dolph was taken out at that cookie shop. You don't feel sorry for the place where Dolph gets taken out at. You feel sorry for his family. They all feel sorry for Makita's Cookies. Why? Ask yourself this question. Why did Makita's Cookie them come up off of Dolph's passing? Why did Makita's Cookies them all of a sudden start hanging out with Yo Gotti and Big Jook them people? If they were cool, I'm just saying, if Makita's Cookies them is hanging out at Preve and all of this stuff, you think they couldn't have helped Makita's Cookies before they took Dolph out? Why was nothing tied to them until Dolph got taken out? And then all of a sudden now, Black Youngster and Big Jook them, all of a sudden now they want to do business with Makita's Cookies. Why? Why in the world for 420 would they hook up together after Dolph's passing when they was never hooking up before? Only people that was hooking up was the cookie lady. The cookie monster mama. Okay? Her. And a daddy. That's all what was hooking up with Yo Gotti's mama. at the same place where they were making the plans at. Y'all, this ain't, it don't take a rocket scientist. And if the prosecution is not going to get down to the nitty gritty about this some bull crap. The heat turned up for this turkey drive. When Dolph came, he was planning on coming into town for that turkey drive. They turned the heat up on Dolph then. They knew he was coming, and this was the time. And they was not taking no for an answer that we didn't get him. Or he made it again. They wanted to make sure that he was done for. They didn't want to try to hit him up at the gas station. They didn't want that. If they started pulling up in a gas station and the wrong thing get hit, boom, okay? They were strategic about what they did. They got him inside of that cookie shop. They know his brother was not no real security for him. Because if it was real security, he would have had his weapon on him and not in the car. Okay, y'all? They didn't see a threat. They thought going up there to visit. And look at the stories that they came out about the cookie shop, y'all. He went to get lemon cookies. He crazy about their regular cookie, the butter cookie or whatever. But he went to get lemon cookies that day. That it was for his mama. Why his mama say it wasn't? Why in the world was, I'm just saying, Makita's cookies posting right before Dolph got hit up? Couple of months. Young Dolph said he came to Memphis just for Makita's cookies. Y'all better come and shop with us. Every time he come here, he makes sure he come here. This was the sending out the message to the wolves. Every time he come here, he come to Makita's. Y'all just hang around Makita's all the days that he come. He's going to get him. You're going to get him here. But wasn't nobody hanging around Makita's, y'all. Somebody made that call and said Dolph was going to be there. And that's why that was so perfect for them. That's why it looked so innocent for them. I don't know who made the call, but somebody did. And to me, this is why, if I had to say somebody made that call, that Dolph was there or on his way there, my personal opinion, I would say it was Raven's daddy. That's who I would say. The man that owns the cookie shop. Because he sit back and looked like he watched the whole thing take place. That's what it looked like. He sit back and watched the whole thing play itself out right before our eyes. That's what it looked like he did. Raven wasn't there. Raven wasn't there. The mama wasn't there. But the daddy was. Not only was the daddy there, but wasn't the nephew or somebody there too? He was the manager that day. Either that nephew made the call and said Dolph was on his way, or the guy that owned them Makita's cookies, he had to do it. My personal opinion. And I think he sit back and watched it from his car. As soon as they pulled out and damage was done, he pulled up. He pulled up. And I think it's a reason that he pulled up. So he can go in there and probably check Dolph's pockets. I wonder, did they get all of Dolph's jewelry off of them? Did his family get his jewelry back? That's another thing that I'm wondering. Because a lot of people were saying that some stuff was missing off of Dolph when he was in that cookie shop. Now, why did the cookie shop start hanging out with Big Juke, y'all? Tell me this. The cookie shop started doing business with CMG and Big Juke now. 420 Festival Wednesday. Between 2 and 7. Still smoke shop. And this is Big Juke's shop. The police and everybody want us to believe that there's no connection here. But why haven't they ever did any event with them before this happened? That's the question that I want to know. Why after Dolph gets taken out at their cookie shop, they gets popular with CMG, that they are doing events with Big Juke them now? Ain't no way in the world they're going to tell us this is a coincidence. You're doing business with the people that took out Dolph. All of a sudden he got taken out at your shop. Ain't no way in the world. I know people can't be this dumb. Yo Gotti hanging out at the White House right after oh my goodness. Young Dolph is taken out. You popular with the president now and his wife. You hanging out there. And y'all don't think it's more to this than meets the eye? And now y'all wonder why every time they bring up CMG in the courtroom now, they're getting off the subject. They're getting off the subject. Miss MJ Carter, 42. This a judge. This a judge in Memphis. Me and Mr. Benson trying to strategize on how we can get weapons out the hands of juveniles. At the same time, he's the one that putting weapons in their hand to put them on the street. He playing with weapons himself on the street. He is pretending, hiding behind judges, y'all, in Memphis. And y'all wonder why. That they are trying to steer the narrative, the prosecutor, away from the people who really did this now. This man right here, y'all, is the one that kept letting Straight drop out of prison. He attempted to take people's lives, and allegedly he has taken other people's lives. And this judge right here, another one, continued over and over and over again to let Straight Drop get right back out of jail. And guess what? Word on the street, he's connected to Yo Gotti now, this judge. And y'all wonder why in the world right now that every time they bring up CMG, all of a sudden they get off the subject and they go to break and they come back and now they ain't saying nothing. Something is a brewing or there's a cover up. Either way it go, the people in the streets is not gonna let this happen. And I'm going to tell y'all, the people that's call themselves covering this mess up, y'all going to get y'all karma too. This man didn't do anything to nobody. He took care of the majority of Memphis. This is why he's so loved. Because he took care of people. They didn't have to ask him. If he saw people in need, he did it. And he got taken out for it, y'all. For jealousy. Because he was the king of Memphis. No matter if he is gone or not, he still is. They still can't get that title. Yo Gotti's scared to move around now unless he got a whole army with him. Okay, y'all? He's scared to move around. Black youngster, scared for his life. And look at this one over here looking like he ain't had no sleep in 20 years. Okay? Look at the bags under his eye. This what comes from being dirty. Nothing as good is going to come their way. Not whatsoever, y'all. So y'all just stay tuned. We're hearing different lies over and over about Cornelius. Is the people going to really listen to this BS? I don't know. But Cornelius is lying, y'all. This is how I personally feel. He's lying. He's mixing up a little truth with a bunch of lies. That's what he's doing. And those lies is because he is scared for his life. It's a reason, y'all. They let Govan out that jail so he can get his affairs together. So they can move the family members that he care about around so that they wouldn't be in the middle of a pow. Okay, y'all? It's a reason for that. Straight Drop ain't got he don't have that. He can't move his kid, I don't know if he got kids, whatever, around. He can't move his family around to get them out of harm's way. He wasn't given that opportunity, y'all. Okay? And the same thing with broke smoking your kneecaps off Cornelius Smith. He cannot move his family around. He got a kid. I believe he got a kid because he said that his kid's birthday or something like that. And he wanted to, make it rain for his daughter by taking another man away from their child. He wanted to make it rain for his daughter. Okay? This is another one that cannot. This is why he's trying to be very strategic and careful about not saying nothing about CMG now. Every time they say something, ask him a question about CMG. I don't know. I don't remember. He's scared. He's scared. And we have to talk about this because they got a scared witness on the stand right now. That's scared for his family and the rest of his family that's still left out there. He's afraid to talk about the real what's going on. And even if somebody bring it up, like the defense team, Govan's lawyer try to bring up CMG, they get off the subject real fast. I want y'all to pay attention to what they're doing right now. So I just wanted to jump on here and give my subscribers a little update on everything, okay? They talked about the phone as well. That's another thing that stood out. They talked about Juke didn't want to talk. He didn't want to talk around no phones. This is another thing that Cornelius Smith brought up. And another thing that he brought up too was, word on the street is Govan is the biggest snitch ever. That he is a snake. That anything that go down, he runs tell the police everything. If this is something that's going on in the streets of Memphis, that Govan is a snitch, then why would you pick a snitch to be in such a big case to go and take out Dolph? When you know that if it's him or them, he's going to tell. Were they planning to take out Govan all along? Did they just use him? Was that what they were going to do? Because to me, they got rid of everybody else. Who was Govan to get rid of next? I'm just saying, y'all. Was that the plan? Get Govan to do the work and then take him out before he get a chance to snitch. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. Other than that, it don't make sense to hire a snitch to do your job for you when you know he's a known snitch. That's another thing that they were talking about doing the case. It don't make sense. It don't make sense for him to sit there and say, he ain't never did no snitch stuff, snake stuff around me, so I went on and did work with him anyway. Who does that? If you got a group of ninjas and they about to do some dirt together, and somebody say, man, that guy right there that we working with here, known snitch. Well, I ain't never seen him snitch and do nothing, so I'm still going to work with him. Or is y'all going to be like, oh, heck no, I ain't about to get caught up in no mess. I ain't going to jail for nobody. I ain't getting caught up for nobody. None of that came to mind. Everybody just decided to go head on and do what they do with Govan. Make it make sense, y'all. Please make it make sense. A lot of stuff that's coming out right now, it seems like it's catching Cornelius Smith up right now, okay? It's just catching him up in a lie. And he is really, really pushing the issue. I want y'all to believe that, because last time when he went to court for straight drop, he pushed the same issue, that they had no clue that Dolph was going to be at that cookie shop. The reason why they saying they have no clue of Dolph being at that cookie shop, because they don't want to have them goons on them, y'all. They don't want this tied to CMG and CMG goons coming after them. This is why they're trying to cut that off at the, I'm telling you, nip that right at the end. They're trying to make sure there's no connection whatsoever when it comes to that situation. And it is what it is, y'all. But y'all, let me know what y'all think. I'm about to go and catch up with today's trial so I can get back on track. And I'll be talking about today's trial a little bit later today and put up another video. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Are we going to forget about everything else that was attached, that they were surrounding Dolph around, and they want us to believe that nobody had anything to do with nothing? How in the world do she get a date? This female. Because that restaurant that Dolph went to, you have to make arrangements to be there. You have to have an appointment to be there. You cannot just walk in this restaurant, my understanding, and just get a seat. You have to make appointments up months earlier, something like that, or weeks. And word on the street is that woman made that appointment for her birthday because they knew that Dolph was going to be there. Who was doing the scheduling? And I told you this before. Who was doing the scheduling for Dolph? Because somebody was telling his business on where he was going to be at different moments. You cannot tell me that it was just a coincidence that the female that's attached to Yo Gotti and Big Jook that grew up with them could possibly be a family member of them. End up in the same restaurant the night before with Dolph, and Dolph in the same clothes, looking like he's stressed out or something wrong with him. And then the next day, he in the same clothes and he gets taken out. Ain't no way, no how. No way, no how, y'all. They wanted Dolph at a particular place so everybody could get paid off of it. And that's what happened. They could have took him out coming out that restaurant, sitting in there with that female that was attached to them. They didn't want Dolph at certain places. They wanted Dolph at Makita's Cookies. Now ask yourself, why was that the designated spot? Somebody knew his schedule. It's the same thing I told y'all about Malcolm Jamal Warner. Who handled the scheduling of him going out of town? Him, where he was going to be at. He going to be at the beach. He had a cook there that was cooking for him. Everything to a T. You have to pay attention to the person who handles somebody's scheduling. Somebody that knows wherever he's going to be at that particular time. And to me, there was somebody on the inside working with somebody on the outside. This ain't not like it ain't never happened before. Look what's going on with King Von and Lil Durk. When they know your schedule and people that's around you is working with outsiders to help line you up, It was all set up. And it was no coincidence them finding Dolph at that cookie shop. And sooner or later, the truth is going to come out. It is going to come out. Sooner or later. Because snakes snake each other. When they don't got nobody else to snake, they turn on each other, y'all. And this is what they're going to do. More and more and more and more, y'all. And don't forget, let's not forget, a black youngster allegedly been paid a visit by the feds. So is this why that they're holding certain things back? So when the feds pick up the case, then it is going to really hit the fan, and they're going to let out the real. Because right now, it's a lot of holding back taking place. And you can't convince me that Dolph's family would agree to let this bum out of jail so he can get his affairs together, just so he can go back and still hold back information and lie and this and that and that and this, and let the real people that's behind this get away. There's no way in the world that I'm going to believe that. Because if that's the case, they should have just left him in there. They could have just left him in there. But if he didn't give out no valuable information that was going to connect to the real, and we already know he gave out some valuable information about CMG, because the defense right now, they keep on trying to bring up CMG, but everybody else is trying to shut it down. So y'all pay attention. Pay attention, because this either is about to get bigger, or this is about to they're going to try to cover this up and sweep it under the rug. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for being patient with my page and everything else. I should have some updates in a minute about the page, because, you know, I'm going through some shit right now. But we're going to talk about it in the next video or the videos to come. So stay tuned, y'all. And if y'all want to support the channel, y'all know what to do. Do it in overdrive right now, because I'm telling y'all, I am behind in a lot of stuff because I have not even been posting. But y'all, stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to stay on the next on this page. Okay, y'all? Long live Dolph, y'all. Peace.